It is commonplace in Britain to identify a political class or professional politician that is out of touch with the general population. People have many different ideas about what makes MPs out of touch. Examples include, they do not have a prior connection to their local constituency, they have limited knowledge or experience of the real world because they did not have a proper job before election, or they are not trustworthy, since they are in politics for themselves. Some people think of MPs as a group that, as a whole, does not share the same social background, gender, race, class, education, occupation, as the general population. Others reserve particular ire for the idea of a subset of highly privileged or posh, and usually male and white, MPs who went to private school, then Oxbridge, then only worked in a job relating to politics before becoming elected. These arguments were a feature of devolution debates in the 1990s. Advocates of new Scottish politics often promised that a new Scottish Parliament would broaden recruitment, notably to increase the proportion of women, but also to become more representative in relation to class, ethnicity, education, and former careers. Such reforms are left to individual political parties, such as when Labour traditionally led the way in the recruitment of women. There is no institutional provision for diversity. As a result, following a brief honeymoon period after devolution, we have not really seen a major divergence in social backgrounds between MSPs and MPs. Rather, there has been a tendency towards convergence, in which roughly one-third of elected representatives are women and the vast majority have attended university. In some respects, Scotland has lagged behind Westminster, since almost all parliamentary representatives in Scotland are white. The main differences have to do with the different party balance between Westminster and Holyrood. Here are fewer privately educated politicians in Scotland, and fewer graduates of Oxford and Cambridge, with Glasgow University being the largest source of recruitment. That, however, was true of Scottish MPs before devolution. As to occupation, MPs in Scotland are not remarkably different from their counterparts across the rest of the UK. In the post-war decades, Scottish Labour recruited more MPs from the old blue-collar working-class occupations and the Conservatives more from aristocrats and landowners than their counterparts in England. Amongst MSPs, this has been reversed, with a common middle-class background predominating. Many such occupations, such as in law or education, were once described as politics facilitating because they offered the skills or connections conducive to seeking election. Now, the main focus is on the occupations that may be used as a stepping stone tower. For more on this story, visit the news article link.